everybody, it's me, Luna TK, and today I am finally making a video about this, even though I should have done this like 2 weeks ago. I am super embarrassed that I have not made a video about this yet, because this is a huge, big, humongo deal for me. On Usagi and Chibiusa's birthday on June 30th, we finally got some news, some announcement about Sailor Moon Crystal Season 4, aka the movies that they promised us 2 years ago, but then never actually gave us any more information on. Yeah, I was away that weekend, and I couldn't really, I didn't really think about doing a reaction to it. I was just too excited. I didn't know. I was like with other people, and I wasn't able to record it, and I needed to see it like now, like then, like immediately. Sailor Moon Crystal, the movies, are finally actually existing and happening, and I was really like giving up. Like I was like, okay, it's gone on like 3 years since we've had any Sailor Moon Crystal. Wow. Where is it? Everybody was like tweeting about it, and everybody, like people were wondering, okay, where is this? Like what is happening? Why is this not here? Are they just pulling our leg? Like what's going on? So it's here. It's here. They didn't give us much yet, but it's enough. It's something showing that they're working on it. It sounds like they have the same voice actresses because they have Kotono Mitsuishi, who's also still doing Usagi's voice, clearly. So they still have the same voice actress. The director is the same, I believe. I mean, I could go into all the details about like, oh, here's all the casting, here's all the people who are parting of the director and all that stuff, but everybody else has already done that. This is me just basically freaking out and saying my thoughts and my excitement about it and what I'm looking forward to. Personally, I think that I think the art looks pretty good. Sounds like they're gonna have the same voice actress. It sounds like they're gonna have Kotono Mitsuishi doing the same thing. All right. I also found it really interesting that they're using Moonlight Densetsu for the opening, basically, it sounds like. It sounds like they're bringing that original theme back in, and I'm pretty sure that the version that they use in the trailer is the version that's sung by Memorial Clover Z, which is an amazing way, in my opinion, to kind of bring Sailor Moon Crystal and the original together. I mean, I was wondering if we were gonna ever get that version in the Sailor Moon Crystal series. It would have been nice after all this time for us to get at least a little bit more animation, but it's not unlike Toei Animation to kind of pull this kind of thing where they're like, oh hey, here's a trailer, just kidding, it's just artwork. Okay, like, you've had 3 years, you couldn't have even like animated just like something. So part of me is feeling kind of like that, but then the other part of me is like, okay, I'm just glad that we have something, because I really was thinking that we were not going to get anything, and it was breaking my heart, because this is the story arc. This and Stars, to be honest, are the two major story arcs that really needed more attention and really needed to be done some justice. I'm just happy to see it finally happening, but there's been, from what I've read, a lot of mixed reviews about what people think about the art. I think it's good. I think it kind of very much reminds me of like a blend between the original anime and the 3rd season. I think it very closely resembles the 3rd season pretty well. I mean, when you compare like the old artwork from the 1st season to the new stuff, it is a little weird. Like, it does kind of bother me at that point, because it's like, okay, I thought they were supposed to get like older, not younger. Let's just look at Venus, okay? Let's look at this baby doll. All right, let's look at this girl. She's just so sassy. I love it. She looks gorgeous. She looks absolutely gorgeous. I think for some reason there's something about her character design that I like the most, even if it's a little weird because she definitely was the more mature figure and now she kind of looks more cutesy. I don't know. I still think she looks really good. Mars looks sassy. I don't know. Like I'm pretty happy with it still. I'm gonna be hopeful about it. I love the way they made Chibi Moon look. Like, can we just look at this? Like, this is adorable. I think the image of Chibi Moon definitely reminds me I think, closer to the original anime. Because I think just the way that they've done the eyes and stuff, it definitely looks more like it. I think it's a nice blend between the third season and the original anime. I'm not gonna really complain about it too much. It definitely has potential to look good. I mean, I would really hope that after all of the time they had us waiting, that these are gonna be a good quality. Especially because the fact that, hey, oh, I don't think I've mentioned in this video yet, these aren't coming out till 2020. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. At least we have something, and at least we know that they're working on something. And so far, I think everything looks nice. I definitely think that it's got some serious potential. I think that they're taking it seriously, and that's why they decided to do it as 2 movies instead of just a season, because I think it forces them to kind of slow down. It's not just going to be like a simultaneous release across the internet, which clearly, I mean, they're not just making it like, oh, 1 episode a week, basically, like how it was in the first couple of seasons of Sailor Moon Crystal. They definitely, I think since it's a movie and it's going to be in theaters and all that stuff, it seems that they're going to be upping the ante in terms of the quality. So I don't think that what we have in terms of visuals right now is a very good indicator of what that quality is going to look like, because there's definitely some things that could be better, like some of the line art and stuff, part of it, but I think this is just mostly concept art. As for the title, I definitely find it interesting, for sure, that they've renamed it from Sailor Moon Crystal, like the movie, or anything. Like they've dubbed it just Sailor Moon Eternal, so they've completely removed the Sailor Moon Crystal part of it, which definitely makes a lot of sense, because Sailor Moon Crystal has definitely gotten some flack for being what it is, because it's not always the best quality, and I think it definitely, they acknowledge that. So it's definitely interesting that they have completely dropped Crystal off of the title, that it's just Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Eternal, although I'm pretty sure that the official English name for Sailor Moon Eternal is actually still Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Crystal Season 4 Eternal the movie. Really long. Not really surprising, because sometimes that titles like that in Sailor Moon are long. But I think probably for English audiences, it looks like they're going to be keeping the crystal part in there, but like really small. Because I saw like a tweet about it. It looks like it was from the Kodansha Sailor Moon panel that happened on the 6th, on July 6th. Part of me is like, at this point, it's like, yo, we're gonna know that it's part of the Sailor Moon Crystal series. Like, we're gonna know it's part of it. You kept the logo similar enough. It's not separate. And to be honest, at this point, the people that are gonna watch it don't want it to be separate. Like, we know you messed up. Just do a better job this round, especially this round, because this is the round that is the most drastically different. So, this is a long video. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. I don't know why they wouldn't just like rename the seasons based upon the thing that was going on. Like, when they first started doing Sailor Moon Crystal, like, I thought, okay, the first seasons maybe will be Sailor Moon Crystal. Well, you know, Sailor Moon Crystal probably would have been a fine title for the first 2 seasons, because it kind of, Crystal Tokyo, Crystal, it still makes sense. Like, it was still very much revolved around Crystal. So, like, I feel like it would have been fine if they named the first 2 seasons Sailor Moon Crystal, and then, like, the 3rd season, they should have named it, like, Sailor Moon Infinity, and then this should have been Sailor Moon Dream, and then the final season should have been Sailor Moon Eternal. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting into what I'm really looking forward to most with these movies. Just a quick heads up for you guys who are Sailor Moon fans, but maybe have not seen the whole series yet or read the manga, there's gonna be spoilers. I'm gonna talk about those spoiler things like in like 3 seconds. So come back once you've read the manga and or watched like their original series, the full thing all the way through. Cause this is the real meat and potatoes right here. Meat and potatoes with a moon on top. Yeah. Several years back, when they first initially announced that they were doing a remake of Sailor Moon, I freaked out. I was at Andrew's parents' house. and his brother was there, and it was like, I just was like on my phone or something, and like I saw the news, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're doing a reboot, and I like was hopping around and jumping and going freaking and like screaming and just like practically crying because of this. Because of this. Because this, guys, this part in the Sailor Moon series is when things got crazy. Like, this is the stuff that was totally different from the manga to the original anime. I love Chibi Moon. I love Chibi Moon. I loved the Super S arc when I was a kid. It might have just been because that was the arc that I had the most exposure to growing up, but there was just something about Chibiusa's character, and the Super S arc kind of revolves around her quite a bit, and it brings in a lot of like more like mythology kind of things, brings in some different characters and stuff that are pretty cool. And so I always liked that series. I like made my own like character, like Sailor Star, before I knew that there was a Star season. And she was kind of like a Chibiusa like character, you know, she was Sailor Star, except she had brown hair, and she was basically a brunette Chibiusa with like indigo as her color instead of pink. That's besides the point. This was the season that was the most drastically different from the manga. And this was also the season that people didn't like in the original. Like, most people I know were not a huge fan of the Dream Arc. Now, it blows my mind because in the manga, so much happens! Like, this is when, like, the whole, like, world of Sailor Moon just gets on a whole nother level. It gets just, like, there's so much stuff, guys. There's, like, that's when they introduce, like, Human Luna and Artemis and Diana, okay? That's when we get the freaking Asteroid Sailor Guardians, okay? Chibiusa gets her own team, and they are awesome, and I want to see them animated so bad. I am so excited to see them animated, you have no idea. Like, those guys. I loved the Amazon. I love the Amazoness Quartet. Like, I love them. I was, like, obsessed with them even before I knew that they were Sailor Guardians, because they didn't make them Sailor Guardians in the original anime. When I read the manga, my mind was blown, and it just made a lot of sense because there was something that was actually relatively innocent about them, and they almost kind of like hinted that they were going to be back. Like in the original series, in the original anime, they were looking at Chibiusa, who's chasing after Pegasus, and they're like, oh, you know, we'll see them again someday. You know, like maybe we'd be back next season. No, they never came back in the Star season. This video is not going in the direction that I was expecting it to. This is just me, like, hyped. And that's okay. I haven't been able to do a hyped video like this in a while, so just keep hearing me out. Okay, we have Human Artemis. We have the Amazoness Quartet. We have the Outer Senshi, which appeared in the 3rd season, who vanished in the 4th season in the original, are gonna be there. They were in the manga. They didn't have some weird, like, hiatus and, like, vanish. No, they're back. We're gonna get more of our Outer Senshi. I'm gonna get more of my Saturn. And, okay. Nihilania, like, it's just so much darker. Okay, we get the princess forms of all the Sailor Guardians. Like, all the Sailor Guardians get their princess forms, which is dope. Okay, like, they never talk about that. They never talk about the princess forms of all the other Sailor Senshi in the original anime. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about they have all their own castles, and they don't talk about their little power guardians. They don't talk about like their little like mini-me's, okay, that are like there, okay? They don't talk about those, or their like beautiful freaking princess gowns of their own castles that they are able to call on for power, okay? Like, it's a big deal, a huge deal, and like, I was really thinking that this wasn't gonna happen. I just really was not thinking that after all this, after all the excitement of me finally getting to see everything that is in the Sailor Moon series that's basically in this 4th story arc, like, so much happens in that story arc, so much of the mythology of the Sailor Moon world happens. And the original episodes were so drastically different from the manga that they didn't include any of that mythology, which I don't know what the writers were doing. Also, let's notate the fact that nobody ever got eternal forms other than Sailor Moon in the original anime. The whole Eternal Sailor Moon storyline is definitely different in the original anime than it is in the manga. In the manga, she gets her eternal form earlier. And they also, like, they just go into more, like, I'm so excited. Like, there are so many things I'm looking forward to. I can't wait for Phobos and Deimos. I can't wait for the Amazonas Quartet. That's my number one. The Amazonas Quartet. In Sailor Guardian forms, because, hello, we could probably actually get, like, a real transformation, like a solid Sailor Saturn transformation, not just like the, like, hey, look, evil things are happening, like, I'm transforming. No, like a full-on, like, Saturn crystal power makeup. She puts her hand up, she transforms, does a whole sequence. Like, we'll actually get, like, a real solid, from begin to end, hand in air, wand, like, transforms and then poses at the end. Come on, guys. Come on, Toei. Like, let's do this. I wonder how they're gonna go about condensing such a huge arc into 2 movies. I really hope that they're not doing something now where they're, like, gonna suddenly have it be, like, the Dream arc in one movie and then the Stars arc in another. I really hope that they do not do that. At this point, I definitely hope that after this that they'll continue Stars. It would not make any sense for them not to continue Stars after they've done the Dream arc. But let's just get to the Dream arc. Let's just get that done. Let's make Luna happy here and give her the series that I'm just dying to see how they're gonna animate some of the things that happen. I mean, it's definitely one of the darkest seasons for sure. Like, I think the Dream arc is probably the darkest one, which is ironic considering in the original anime it's so much more lighthearted. It's like full of candy and dreams and sparkles and really, really, really goofy monsters of the day. There's like creepy, like, melting faces and nightmares and, like, more dire things that happen. So it's just a huge difference, guys. Like, it's just a major difference. And I cannot wait. I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far. I'm okay with what I'm seeing so far. I really hope that since this is going to be a movie theater release, that we will actually get, like, a solid trailer, like, at least maybe a few months before. They said that both of them are going to be in 2020, so I don't think that they'll be, like, around the same time. I'm going to guess that maybe one movie will happen probably at the beginning of the year, and then the other one will happen towards the end. That's my theory. And then after that, we'll see what happens with the Stars season. They said that both of them are going to happen in 2020. So hopefully by the end of this year, within the last, like, few months of the year or something, we'll have, like, an actual trailer. I bet you it'll be beautiful. I'm gonna be hopeful. I'm sure that the animation, considering the fact that it's gonna be a movie theatrical release, will be nice animation. Probably better than what we've seen so far. I mean, they did a very good job with season 3. So I'm doing a lot of rambling. I'm just really excited. And I just wanted to talk to somebody. I'm ranting. This was supposed to be like a 10 to 15 minute long recording. It's now twice as long. I'm just happy I finally get to record this. I'm sad that I was not able to record this, like, sooner, but I took some time. I did it. I want to talk more in the comments, and I'm hoping that some of my Mooney friends are still out there to talk to me about this stuff, because this is a major, huge, big deal for me. Yeah. As somebody whose number one favorite seasons are the Dream arc and the Stars arc, stuff's getting real right now. Like, it's getting real. I'm ready. I'm pumped. I am so ready to see what these movies look like. I really hope that they're gonna have it in the theaters around here, like in the United States. Like, I'm hoping it'll be an international thing and that it won't be like $6 bajillion for me to go and be able to see it, because I'll cry. But you know, we'll find out, and I'll maybe do some sort of event. I'll maybe, if it's around anywhere being released where I'm at, I'll maybe do some sort of a, you know, live stream before I go into the movie. I'm not going to record it while I'm in the theater, but I'll do something like talking about it before and after, or maybe do a little party, like a Sailor Moon party or something, and do a vlog. That would be, I think, a good, fun video opportunity in the future. So I'm going to leave it at that. So until next time, my name is Luna TK, and yeah, I'm still going to say this. I am a lunatic for Sailor Moon Crystal, and now Sailor Moon Eternal And I hope you guys have a awesome day. Talk to you guys soon. Bye! Longest outro ever. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's plenty of ways to show it. You can give me a like, a comment, subscribe, or ring the bell for notifications. You can also follow me at LunaT93 for updates, and you can check out previous content right there. Until next time.